up, everybody? Excuse me. I put my lashes back on. I'm getting better at it. This time it only took me like 6 minutes. Ah, I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend and the show that we did the other day to teach you about having hope. You know, it's just the downfall of so many women. You spend so much time wishing and hoping. And I got a couple of emails from people that were a little disturbed by it. They feel like when you go into a relationship that you have to have a little bit of hope, and because that's what motivates you to tell the guy where he's going wrong and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I guess you could do that when you're young. These are girls in their 20s. You got that kind of time to waste. I had a kind of time to waste. I don't care. I feel like, by the time, dude, you hit your 40s and 50s, you ought to know how to act. And I'm not trying to be your mama. I'm not trying to be your drill instructor, your teacher, nothing. You come ready to go, hit the ground running, and let's do this. If I have to spend any time being remedial with you, then I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That's just the way it is. So, hey, everybody, you guys ready? Tonight's show is What the Fuck Tuesday. It's our live stream relationship advice show that we do every Tuesday. Well, not every, but most. I will be doing a special Christmas Eve show, which we tend to do annually. Wait, is it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? I think it's Christmas Eve because most people, like, if people don't have kids, they're like, there's nothing to do. So what we do is, we get together here and I give you guys an extra little show just to keep you entertained. Thank you, Lee. See, I'm getting better with my makeup and my lashes adventure. But it's kind of cool. I had all them. I got like so many pairs of these things now. I had some that looked like starfish or something. They had like, ziggy zaggy looking. I didn't put those on. I don't know about that. I'm not ready for that look yet. But we got, as usual, 25 advice questions. So let me get going. Oh no, look who just popped in. Got to go pick up kids. Okay. We give you permission. All right, here we go. Question number 1. This is a young lady in the 21 to 25 age group from Livingston, Scotland. That's a new one. I'm 25 years old and I've been dating a 34-year-old guy. Ooh, that's a big gap. For a couple of months. We have a lot of fun together. I haven't laughed as much with any guy, but there are a few things that put me off that I just cannot shake off. The biggest thing is his lack of personal hygiene. Him funky. His breath stinks. Next, the way she just says it, like, oh yeah, he has on red socks. She says his breath stinks. The next thing is he's very curious and suspicious, but in a way where he's trying to find out if something doesn't add up, which makes me feel on edge a lot. Oh, he's doing quest statements. Check out the video I did about men who do this kind of thing and how it puts you on edge. He's doing quest statements. I know that trick. Finally, he added a couple of inches to his height on his dating profile. So after taking his shoes off, I realized he's the same height as me, which I tried to ignore because I didn't want to be shallow, but it does bother me that he lied. I don't want to be with him, but I know if I end it, he will ask what's wrong and how he can fix it. And I don't want to hurt his feelings by telling him these things. We would make good friends, but I don't know if that's realistic after being intimate. What should I do? How could you sleep with somebody who lied about their height and has funky breath? I mean, obviously you kissed him and he got funky breath. I mean, how did you do that? I can't even be, you in the car with them right in that enclosed space and they start talking and they have that funky, like, dead breath. I can't do it. I got to open the window. I got to get out. Lee say, hurt him now. I'm going to tell you this, young women spend way too much time worried about men's feelings. He's assaulting your very life, your nose and your lungs and everything else with that funky breath. And then he lies, and then he want to be trying to jam you up about some stuff and putting you on edge. You've been dating a couple of months and you already see that he's an idiot. So what you do, because you know the 90 days, I'm telling you all, it's like the probationary period, just like on a job. So you are gonna tell him, this was really fun, but I don't want to do this anymore. I think I need to find somebody else. And then he's going to be like, but why? I thought we were having a good time. And you say, well, do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want the politically correct answer? That's my approach. When I tell men that, I always give them that option. And you should see their gears change. You can see because they know me, right? They know they got a taste. So here they go. They kind of eyes start doing this thing right here and they start trying to figure out which one they can handle. And I just wait patiently because I'm going to give them the one I give them that option to choose. Okay, now, if he says, well, just give me the politically correct answer, then I'll say, well, I met someone else and I like him better and I want to see where that's going to go. So, and I don't want to date two people at the same time. Total lie, but it's the politically correct, response. But then there have been times when it actually was true. But whether it's true or not, that's the politically correct response. What's he going to say? Okay, so then you go and if he says, well, no, I want to know the truth, I really want to know, okay, then that's when you prepare to read him. You crack your knuckles, you do one of these here. Okay, I can't make mine crack, but you know that kind of thing. Okay, and then you say, okay, let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. No, let's start from the bottom. Number one, you're a fucking smurf. Okay, you lied about your height. You think when you took off them lifts off your shoes, I wasn't gonna notice? Your height just dropped by 3 inches, motherfucker, for real? You thought that was gonna just slide under the radar. I wasn't gonna notice. I'm looking at you eye to eye after you said you were 6 feet tall. You lied. Okay, so you started to shit off on a funky note. Okay, then let's move on up. Let's move on up. Your mouth. That's where everything else happens. That's all the other problems. Number one, I don't know what crawled in your mouth and died, motherfucker, but you need to go see a dentist, a doctor, an internist, somebody. Somebody need to figure out what that dead smell is that comes from your mouth every time you open it. It smells awful. I can't even stand to be in the same car with you. I feel like I would do better if I was at a funeral home. At least they're embalmed. Shit, it gets rid of the spunk. Okay, then let's talk about what comes out of your mouth. Okay, besides the funk, that's another thing. Let's talk about the words you use. You think you're gonna be trying to jam me up? I tell you something, and you be trying to tell me, ask me questions, and ask me 3 or 4 or 5 times, like the story's gonna change, nigga. I don't know who you've been tripping with, but that bitch ain't me. Okay, so we're gonna end this because you and your bullshit and your funky breath got to get the fuck up out of my world. Now, that was the real reality answer that you wanted. You good? Because I done I offered you the choice. And you said you wanted the reality, so there you go. Now, this not mascara, Bell 8. I put a different pair of lashes on. I got like 6 pairs now. Don't ask me why I have so many. I don't know. But I'm gonna wear a different one every week because I use them all up. So anyway, that's how that's what I do. I mean, I'm telling you, every single dude that I have to break up with for, some kind of egregious behavior or something like this, I always give them that option. It's like, okay, we're going to end this. We're going to end this. And you want to know why. So you get choice, door A or door B, which one you want. And then if they say they want door A, which is, the actual reason, then I tell them. Shut up, Shay. Ah, Shay say snackish. Shay, you need to send me your address too, so I have something I want to send you. I got me one, and I got you one, and it's gonna be your early Christmas present. So just email it to me. All right. Question number 2, male, 18 to 21, from Oakland, California. What's a good answer to, quote, what are your career goals if you just don't have any? Oh, you poor little thing. I literally want to punch in and punch out and live my life outside of work. I'm trying to do music, help my mom with the other kids, finish school, and enjoy my youth. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Okay, so you're probably like 18, 19 years old. Teen, still a kid. What can I say that won't mess me up on an interview? I really do need a good, stable job so I can help my mom out and save some money. Well, I don't have a problem with your goals at all. And, At this point, you're so young. All you can say, you say you want to go back to school. I mean, you're finishing school. What are you taking? Whatever that is, whatever program you're in, whether it's a training course, certification, or it's a like an AA or whatever like that. You have to have a major or interest. You're getting a certification in something, right? You say finish school, okay? What you mean? Okay, so whatever that is, that's your career goal. So, I'm going to school for blah blah. And once I finish that, I'm gonna, migrate my way into that career. But right now, I'm only whatever age you are. And my chief goal at the moment is to, make some money to kind of help my mom out because, she with all this COVID stuff, she's in a little bit of a tight strain. And now I'm old enough to have a job, and that's why I want to do that. I want to help her, and thereby helping my siblings. Okay, that is a wonderful answer. There's no employer in the world that would hold that against you, especially when you're 18, 19 years old. And it shows that your heart's in the right place. You're being earnest and you're not trying to lie and game on them. You telling them the truth. And depending upon where you're going to be working, I mean, based on what you're going to school for and the certification or whatever that you're trying to study for, they may have a position for you where you can stay in that same company and just move up. You just never know. So that's why you don't lie and you don't try to, sugarcoat it and make it seem like it's going to be something else. You just be honest and focus on the fact that you're trying to finish school, finish your certification, whatever. And your chief number one goal is to make money to help your mother over the hump now that you're old enough to do so. I would think they would think you're a very responsible young man and that you care about your mom and you really love your siblings. And they would do everything they could to make you sure you got that job if you qualify to have it, okay? That's what my guess is. But good for you. I like that letter. I like to hear a young man trying to do something. Question number 3, female, 26 to 32 from Irvine, California. Do I have a moral or legal obligation to tell my boyfriend that I'm pregnant before I get an abortion? Deb, he is almost 30 and I am 26. We started dating about 5 months ago. 5 months and you already pregnant? Well, I guess that does happen. He has ED. What, at 30? And typically doesn't use prophylactics, so we agreed to the pull-out method until I could get on BC. I usually take Plan B if there's even a remote chance of anything. He didn't pull out in time, and I didn't take Plan B in time, it seems. The BC I started wasn't effective 100% yet. Mistakes on top of each other. I found out yesterday that I'm 2 weeks pregnant and immediately scheduled a termination for next Tuesday. 2 weeks pregnant? How do you even? Okay. It's been a long time since I've been pregnant. They used to not be able to tell that fast. I want to tell him so badly. I'm terrified to do this without him. I know our relationship will never be the same either way. But he's told me that he believes life begins at conception, and I'm worried about his reaction. I don't think he'd try to force me to have it, but I do think he'd try to coerce me. Neither of us are financially or emotionally ready for a child, and the relationship is still so new. So my question to you is, do I have a moral obligation to tell him? And if so, how would I even go about it? No, you do not, because you're not married. You're not married. And as you point out, the relationship is very new. You guys aren't even that, tied to each other yet. There's no reason to tell him anything. The only reason you might have to tell him something is, and you don't have to tell him exactly what, is, if y'all be trying to be getting busy and then you're going to be on a timeout from those kind of activities until things, heal up down there after the termination. So you're going to have to come up with some kind of excuse, something, I don't know what you're going to say, but you're going to have to come up with something. But no, you're absolutely not required to tell him anything. And the main reason is, he's going to be trying to convince you to have it after only knowing him for 5 months and you don't have no money. You don't have no money. What would be the point of that? That would be a dumb bunny move. Okay? That would be a dumb move. So you don't do that. You're going to, you're just going to handle your business. And you don't never need to tell him. But, make sure you keep your BC tight. This is stupid. You guys are too old for this. Okay? And you take your Plan B all the time. That's meant to for an emergency. That's not to just to be a backup for when you want to be make stupid decisions time after time after time. Thanks, Amanda. That just don't make no damn sense. Question number 4, female, 26 to 32 from SeaTac, Washington. Oh, that's Seattle slash Tacoma there, like Oakland slash Berkeley, right next door to each other. This man is getting on my MF nerves. Oh, whenever my boyfriend and I are talking on the phone, he turns everything sexual. I could be like, ask him like, what did you have for lunch? And he could be like, cucumber, dot, dot, dot. And then here's a sexual joke. It's getting annoying for some reason. And we just started dating for 3 months. Deb, this man is 32 years old. I just turned 28. He even asked me how come I haven't told him anything sexual in a while. Well, because you're getting on my nerves, so I don't feel like it anymore. What should I say to him? You should say you're like a frat boy and I'm out. I don't know. Y'all just have some patience that I just don't have. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't get these kind of letters where people want to like hang on to a situation where they're being disrespected. He is 32 years old and he acts like he's 17. Actually, I know some 17-year-old boys that conduct themselves better than this. He's just so just this is just I mean, just what you. This is the best you can do. This is the best a conversation you can come up with for a grown man to have with a woman that he's supposed to be dating. That's it. This is the best you can do. See, I don't have this kind of patience, and so by the time if he did it the first time, I would say, look, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't know. You used to date women who are okay with that shit, but that ain't me. Okay, that's your warning shot, right? I always like the rattlesnake. I'm gonna shake my tail before I bite you. Okay, now if you heed the shake and then it never happens again, well then we won't be cool. But if I shake it and then you do it again and I have to strike, well then now it's over. I'm not good. Like I said, I don't have that kind of patience, and I don't feel like I should be having to raise grown other women's grown ass sons. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna teach you nothing. I'm not here to be remedial about how you conduct yourself with women. I'm not teaching you nothing. Okay, and you 32 years old. No, extremely immature. I mean, just stupid. So, that you say, what should you say to him? That's what I can't think of nothing else to say other than you're so remedial. I can't be bothered with your fucking ass. I'm out. Deuce out, and then be gone. Leave him to go and find somebody who likes that kind of stuff, because that's not you. My goodness. He's not even having eggplant. He's just talking about it. He wants to reference it every conversation they have. She said every time he has the opportunity to slide it into a conversation, that's what he does. Like that's like a teenager, and he's 32. Just stupid. I don't even know what to say. That would be, he would have got so cussed out. Question number 5. This is a female in the 18 to 21 age group from San Jose, California. What does it mean when your best friend keeps comparing herself to you? I need advice on how to deal with this before it becomes a bigger mess than it already is. I'm 21 and met my best friend. She is 22 before entering pre-med. Not sure if it matters, but I am half black and half Asian and she is white. My friend is an honor student and excels in her studies with grades at 90 at the lowest, while I am an average to sometimes above average student who just works really hard. She and I are currently making plans and decided to go to medical school. We are applying at UCLA, UT Houston, and San Antonio, UCSF, and University of Colorado together. She is a great friend, although sometimes she seems to be exhibiting this weird competitive behavior. While we were making homeworks together, oh, that's cute, homeworks, we shared answers. When the results came, I got 1 point higher than her. She got mad at me, saying it was unfair, and she regret teaching me the homeworks. Wow. And wished that I should have failed that subject. Whoa. She always asked me what scores I got, etc. I cannot understand. Maybe I thought friends are supposed to help each other. Ask her why she is being competitive, and she said that's the way I am. I can understand why I'm a threat when I'm just an average student. How do I deal with this if I ever encounter this behavior again? I found myself wishing every quiz that she gets scores higher than me so we would not fight. Overall, she is a great friend if it does not involve academics. And the only friend I got in college, we are at Santa Clara University right now. Girl, all the people in Santa Clara of every ethnicity in the world and at that university and all the events and stuff they have for students. Her being your only friend is your choice. That's what I'm gonna tell you that. And then you want to call this bitch a friend? This bitch ain't your friend. I don't know, frenemy. That used to be a term. This used to be the term that they use for women like this. They're in competition with you. And for somebody to sit there and tell you to your face, I wish that you, wait, what did she say? I wish that you had failed that subject. That's a bitch that can't stand you. So I want you to rethink this friendship, because friends don't say crass, crude, and hateful things like that to each other. It's so important to her that she come out on top looking better than you, so she feels better than you. And the fact that you got 1 point higher than her, that's how she came at you. She wanted you to fail. Do you understand how deep this? Well, I don't know what to blame it on. I don't want to say, something, because sometimes, and I hate to know my white listeners don't think I'm talking about you. I'm telling you about what I have experienced in my life as a woman of color. They are socialized by the United States media to think that the way that they look and that they are at the top of the food chain as far as beauty, intellect, and everything else. So when you have a woman of color, which you got two color things going on in your thing, and you're better than her, you got a better grade than her, they can't take it. They can't take it. You get a promotion over them, they hate it. They cannot take it. They want to complain and say it's reverse racism and all kind of shit like that. It's crazy how they do. So that's what is coming in the back of my mind. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but her behavior is indicative of that kind of mentality, where she feels like she's supposed to be better than you and she's entitled to be better than you. For what reason? Because she white? That's it. Because it can't be, y'all in the same school, right? So y'all had to pass the same entrance exams and everything else to get in there. So you just as qualified as she is. Ah, yeah, I'm of the mind that you need to kind of put the brakes on this friendship. Like she says, well, let's, what grade did you get? You say that's none of your business. I'm not telling you my grades anymore. And she's like, well, let's share homeworks. Nope, I'm good. I'll do it myself. Or find a study group to be part of. Make friends that way. You just do a different study group for each subject. Okay? Get a referral from your advisor on a group that is, people who are focusing on being pre-med, and you go and you study with them. That's what you do. Yeah, see, Indigo Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's happened to me so many different times in corporate America that, I mean, you can't like ignore it. I mean, the entitlement that they should get better or deserve it more for no reason other than they white. It was hard for me because I grew up in San Francisco, like I said, with friends of every nationality. But by the time I got into the workforce, you got people coming from other parts of the country, other parts of the world to work in San Francisco, right? So, they weren't born and raised there. So they're going to bring their attitudes from wherever they were, the Midwest, wherever, the East Coast, whatever. They bring it to them into the corporate environment in San Francisco. And so as a native, I didn't have that. And I had never experienced that kind of stuff. My friends was like from everywhere. But then you got these people that come from wherever they came from and they bring their racism with them. And they just felt like, because you're black, that you can't possibly be as smart as them. Well, actually, I'm smarter. The only thing that you got is blonde hair and blue or green or whatever color eyes. But as far as intellect, girl, you ain't nowhere near my level. But you don't say that because it's just like throwing down the gauntlet. But I would show them that by, how I performed on the job. So I'm getting bonuses, I'm getting raises, I'm getting promotions, I'm getting, all kind of stuff is happening. And it's not happening to them. And they got mad and they would complain. It was amazing. So this little girl right here, you're gonna be, as you head into pre-med and start applying to medical school, wait till you get in medical school. This ain't shit. Then you're gonna be running into the white boys that feel like they entitled because you're gonna be a woman of color and a woman, and they're gonna be like white males and feel like they at the top of the food chain of the entire planet. And so anytime that you outdo them or outshine them, they're not gonna know what to do. So this is a good training ground for you. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're just talking about racism, like, this and that, this and that." This is the fucking reality that black women and women of mixed race face every goddamn day. So those of you who don't have this experience, listen and learn. Don't try to deny the reality of it, because otherwise we wouldn't need something called Black Lives Matter. We wouldn't need the NAACP. Okay, we wouldn't need the ACLU. We wouldn't need those kind of things, but we do. So don't tell me nothing. All right, now, question number 6. Female, 30 to 36, from Montreal, Canada. He's 47, I'm 33. God, he's old for you. My niece is 29. She and I grew up together, and we interact on social media, phone, FaceTime, etc. all the time. She is attractive, petite, and photogenic. Confident in her clothes, goes out, gets dressed up regularly. She's also a photographer, so she has some lovely photos. She's most likely the better looking one of us to most men. It's never been an issue though. She's my niece and I love her. Anyway, I am in a new relationship. Mention my niece to him on and off as we are family. He has not met her. She doesn't live locally. He sees her on my Facebook. She split from her partner 3 weeks ago, and my new man suggested we go see her for a weekend. Got his phone out and looked at train tickets. Did he now? We never went. I just humored him that maybe one day soon I'll arrange to see her. He then proceeded the next day to say she's a very pretty girl. He said he could tell by her photos that she's a photographer though, and he bet she wasn't always as made up. I told him she was not always made up and would often be makeup free, and agreed she's a pretty girl. She got a puppy, and I showed him a photo and said there was a video of its first walk, but I couldn't share it with him. He told me to tell her to send the video to me so I could show him. He then brought up that she was a good-looking girl again. I jokingly said something like, "Yes, when I'm with her, I feel like I'm the less attractive one." The subject moved on to my friend I'd caught up with, and he got confused halfway through and said, "Oh, I thought you were still talking about your niece. Sorry." Now I'm wide awake at 3 a.m. going over the conversation in my head. She wouldn't be interested in him, and I know they won't likely meet anytime soon, but it's a bit of a shit feeling, really, that he's openly telling me he looks at her photos and has seen that she's good looking. But he does occasionally tell me if someone's attractive, just like he says what he doesn't find attractive. He also always calls me beautiful too, and tells me his friends think he's lucky to have me. And some have mentioned that they think I'm attractive. Would you be upset by your man acting like this, Deb? Oh, absolutely. And let me they something else? I'm sure they are. Let me tell you how this would go if this was me. Okay, so he says, "Oh, she's an attractive girl." I said, "Yeah, she is." And guess what? She's younger than me. And guess what? Your ancient ass is nothing nobody that you would be interested in. So just don't even fantasize in that direction, because you get your face cracked and your feelings hurt. First by me and then by her. So whatever it is you fantasizing about, motherfucker, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so then, well, he's trying to, the niece lives some other state or whatever. So then, if he can't brought that up again, okay, because that thing about trying to book tickets and stuff to rush off to see somebody, that's your niece. You're not even, rushing off to try to see her because she broke up with the boyfriend. But he want to do that. And you didn't see what that was. See, in that moment when he rushed to do that, that's when you were supposed to cuss him out and tell him all about how old he is and how he's 20 something years old, 20 years older than her, and she's not interested in no old ass man with ED and back problems. She's not even 30 years old. He on the downstroke to 50. Motherfucker, put your ancient ass somewhere. Sit down. So, to me, that he would have got cussed out. And then, on phase 2, I would have thought about it, like he was up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking about it. Then that's when I would have called him up and said that we're broken up. We're broken up. I would have to break up with him for 2 reasons. One is I would need to protect my niece because I can see that he's trying to perv on her. Okay. That's like she's so young. Luckily, she lives a distance away. Then I would block him on everything, and I would tell her to make sure that she blocked him and to not accept any new friend requests on her Facebook, because it's probably going to be him with a new ID. That's what I would tell her. You need to circle the wagons around your niece and protect her from this dude. I don't know what his game is, but I'm not feeling him at all. Question number 7, male, 26 to 32, from Downey, California. My girlfriend of 10 months and I broke up a month ago. During that time, I've accepted that we are just not a good match, and the way we are, we should not be together. We had an amazing time and all, but our values do not align, and things took a toxic turn and trust was broken. Now she keeps texting me and telling me that she loves me and wants to be with me. She is refusing to move on. She has a list of mental health problems and she is stuck in time on a pathological level. Wow. In a sense that she hasn't washed her sheets since I last slept in them. She hasn't slept in her bed but on the couch for a month. She has done absolutely nothing that she enjoys that we used to do together. Her days, oh, this is long, are work, watch the same 5 episodes of whatever. She didn't tell me, I didn't ask, and sleep on the couch. She spent the first 2 weeks numb, suppressing her emotions and in denial. She didn't even cry. The next 2 weeks, she just existed the way she is now. She hasn't gotten rid of any of our things. She has essentially left her apartment untouched. She hasn't been eating. Anorexia is part of her list of mental health conditions. She has turned to substance abuse to cope. I know that me walking away is just going to ruin her. She had a friend who passed, not even a boyfriend, a couple of years ago. And okay, blah, blah, blah. She has no family, 1 or 2 friends. She has childhood trauma. This is how she coped. She stopped her therapy because they would bring him up and she says it's too painful. I know I'm not responsible for her and her future. I recognize that she's being self-destructive and she doesn't leave herself much room for a future. What do I do to help her? Should I encourage her to do therapy again? Should I just cut her off for a couple of months and see what happens? She has attempted suicide in the past and is verbalizing she is starting to struggle with those feelings again. I would feel a terrible guilt and burden if I cut her off to find out she ended her life. I do care about her and love her, and if she didn't do some of the things I learned she is capable of because of her mental illness, we would still be together. But I cannot be with her and feel comfortable or secure. What do I do? I need some real advice about how to approach this situation because it is complicated and needs to be done carefully because her future, maybe even her life, is potentially at stake. Nothing I said above is an exaggeration in the slightest. Motherfuckers, let me tell you something. You're so simple fucking minded it just irritates the hell out of me for you to be this goddamn old and from California Downey. Fucking hood. And you old donkey ass, you don't even know when you're being gamed on. This bitch ain't done none of that shit. You ain't been to her house. You don't know nothing that she said is true. You so simple-minded and stupid just because she wants you back. So she's going to try to guilt trip and coerce and manipulate you into thinking that you're going to save her so you're going to come back in her clutches. That's what she's doing. And you don't see that? Oh my God, she's going to hurt herself. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you how to put your G on. Let me tell you to put your G on, my young brother. Okay, so she calls the next time, bitch, what you fucking calling me for, you crazy asshole? I don't feel like talking to you. You a loony fucking tune. As a matter of fact, you call here talking about you gonna kill yourself one more time. I'm sending the cops to your house to do a wellness check, and they're gonna cart your monkey ass off to a mental health institution and keep you there for a fucking week. Do you comprende? You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Stay your bitch ass off my phone. Don't you ever call me again. I don't give a fuck if you die. Slit your wrist and bleed out in the bathtub. I don't care. Go jump off a bridge. Go run on the freeway on Highway 5 and let a diesel truck hit you. I don't care what the fuck you do. All I know is I don't want to be bothered with your bitch ass, and that's why I left. So stop fucking calling me. Now, you tell a bitch some shit like that, she'll leave you alone. But see, you acting all concerned. I'm just telling you. And notice I did not need any rehearsal for that. This all just came out of my mouth. So this is the kind of stuff, this is, you ain't going to manipulate me. And you want to kill yourself, bitch, have at it. You can kill yourself, resuscitate yourself, and kill yourself again. I don't care. As long as I don't have to look at your dumb ass, I don't care what you do. Where you do it, how you do it, when you do it, nothing. I don't care. So now you want do I need to tell you anything else? You need me to send you a message in sign language. What you need? Because it's going to say the same shit. I don't care. Now, this shit irritates the hell out of me. I hate it when people do that. I had a good guy do that to me, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'll send you some flowers. What kind of flowers you want at your funeral? Well, damn, that's cold. That's all you're going to get out of me, nigga. I'm not trying to be bothered with you. So, you talking about you're going to kill yourself? Good. Because you that miserable and crazy and you got fucked up and you don't have no resilience, then maybe that's the best idea. You could rid the world of all this drama. and you make more room and air for the rest of us. Just wasting resources and shit. Motherfucker. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you do. I seriously, you know what I mean? I just don't care. I just really don't care. I would want you to kill yourself. Make sure you left an insurance policy with my name on it though. And I'll think of you fondly on my vacation in Europe. Dude, get your shit together. Okay? You just stupid. And let this bitch control your mind like that. It's not complicated. And actually, she calls you again. Okay, she on your one phone, right? Don't you have like another phone? Most niggas got two phones, at least two. You call up 911 and you say, somebody's on the phone on my line. This is her name, this is her number, this is her address. She's threatening to hurt herself. You all need to get over there and do a wellness check and see what you need to do with her because she's telling me all kind of stuff and it's very concerning. And then they'll be over at her house, cart her little bitch ass away, and she'd be like, "Well, no, I was just joking." They'll be like, "Oh no, you said it. You said it, so we were going to put you in the examination room." I'm just like, I bet you the bitch won't call no more. I don't know what's wrong with people. Dude, get you some balls, okay? You don't let no woman run you like this. I'm a woman and I wouldn't let no woman, no, not even a dude is going to run me like this. You need to get you some more testosterone. How could I have more than you? This don't even make no damn sense. You be this weak and worried and fretting about this stupid bitch. Question number 8, female 40 to 46 from Seven Oaks, Kent, UK. Thank you for choosing my letter. My ex-husband and I were together for 15 years. We've been divorced for 3 now. He's been dating a much younger woman for probably 8 to 9 months. We're mid-40s, not exactly sure how old she is, as he won't say, but I'm guessing around mid-20s. At that age, how much life experience and experience with children would she have? My ex hasn't brought up their meeting yet, but I'm sure he will soon. I don't want her to meet my kids. He's mentioned that it's not a fling, but I just don't think it will work. And I don't want them getting attached to her and then being upset when it ends. Am I being unfair? Thinking too far ahead? What should I do? You shouldn't do anything. It's outside your control. You don't run shit at his house. You tripping. You don't run anything. The best you can do if you guys have a decent relationship is just remind him that they're small children. They get easily attached and to please consider them, when he decides, to introduce this woman to him. That's all you can do. So, protect the kids. That's all I ask you to do. Make sure, that she treats them well and that, your decision to introduce them is made with, them in mind for if they get attached and then things don't work out. So please consider that, okay? And then that's it. That's all you can do. And you say that to him respectfully, kindly, with acceptance, because no matter who he could be dating 5 bitches. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Because when he has his visitation, that's gonna be on him. But the only thing you can do, like I said, is request, and you can't even demand. You can request what I just said, and he can just tell you to go screw yourself, and he's gonna do what he want to do, and still won't be nothing you can do about it. You see what I'm saying? But at least that way you can ask him. It'll be in his mind, and especially if you say it in a way that's kind and thinking, in a low tone of voice that that focuses on the kids' needs and not yourself and not him, not your jealousy or her youth and all that stuff. Focus on the children. Okay, focus on the kids. Don't make any comments about this woman's age or anything like that. Focus on protecting the kids, and he'll probably be more receptive to what you're talking about. Okay. Try not to be yourself. I'm just saying. I don't know. That got on my nerves. I just can't stand it when people do that. Question number 9, female, 18 to 21 from Yuma, Arizona. My boyfriend and I have been together for a while now. We're 20 and 23. We had been planning to move in together, and it was all based around this one job he had. He had all but promised to take. He was happy, and it was his choice. No pressure from me. I made sure of that. I am from a pretty toxic household at the moment, so I was relieved and so excited to start a new life with him. However, 2 months before move-in, he sprung on me that he had decided to take another job which pays less and will separate us for a year at the least, all because a high school friend was working on the same project. I have never even met her. Oh, her. Oh, I know what this is. I have never met her and have only heard her mentioned once. I'm not jealous of her, but I'm very hurt by him. I feel like I can't see through the fog enough right now to understand whether or not I have the right to be upset. He just told me. I congratulated him and excused myself to bed as we are visiting family. This will cut our time short as well as his last project recently paused. I don't want to break up, but I cannot have an absent partner for a year. I love him and would do anything for him. I just need an outside point of view. You already broke up. You just don't get it. See, here we go with man speak again. These young girls, they don't understand man speak. A man telling you that he's going to take a job that pays less money and be away from you for a year and not move in with you because of a woman that he knew in high school means that that's his first love. That's his first love, and he want to be anywhere she is, even if he's making less money. Most likely he gonna be moving in with her. That's most likely what's going to happen. So he's telling you I'm going to be away from a year, and you don't understand that I'm going with this other woman to be where she is, and I'm going to be away from you for a year. You don't understand that that means that we're broken up. You're like, well, I don't want to break up. You already broke up, chick. Whether you want to or not, he's deuced out and he's going over there with some other chick. I mean, he's not playing her. He told her. He told her. She just don't get it. So when he tells you, that's not playing. He's not playing her. He's telling her, I'm out. I'm going to be out with this other woman. He told her that. So that to me is not playing her. He's being very honest. He told her the facts. Now, how she's massaging him around in her head to mean something else and she's leaving out, the fact that he's going with this other woman, that's her confused state of mind. That had nothing to do with him. He straight told her. She's not moving in. She can't move in, travel one. He's leaving town and he's going for a year. There's nothing for her to move in with except maybe she can find another female roommate if she already, got the place or something. But well, all them plans is off. He's deuced out. He's going someplace over with some other woman. So that's the part that doesn't understand, that I don't understand why she doesn't get that. But anyway, let's move on. Question number 10. Female, 50 to 56 from Hammond, Indiana. Hello, Deb. I need some advice about dating. I am back on the dating scene at 52. I met three nice gentlemen that are 55 to 56 years old. They are smart, funny, sweet, appear well centered. Oh, God, I know this is going into the land of dust. I can feel it. I can feel it. They appear to be well centered. Okay, but they talk about themselves and she put capital, entire capital time. Like story after story about their greatness, how they know big name people, solve major problems, etc. I barely get a word in, and it's on to the next hero complex story, which describes in infinite detail. If they ask me a question, I don't even get to answer before they go into name dropping or a lengthy story of saving puppies from rain cutters. Sometimes they tear up telling these stories. Oh my God, these guys are such narcs. I'm an interested, compassionate listener, and sometimes hearing cool stories is fun. But at an entire dinner length date, it's not a two-way conversation. It's me being a captive audience. And I'm not a quiet mouth type of woman. I try to edge in or talk. One of the men took it as me being rude when I politely cut him off to talk about something else and he pouted. My question is, none of these men are lonely. They have family and friends, allegedly. Are they insecure? Not really interested in me as a person? How do I politely interrupt them? Should I move on from these dates? Did I set a precedent of being too polite? Help. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, see, okay. But this is how they do, though. These dudes, I mean, this is how they do. They give, remember my word soliloquy? That's what this is. And so you sit there and you're sitting there, you just sitting there. And so at one point, you have to do the universal choking sign or this timeout, okay? And so then they're going to stop. They're going to be like, what? What? What's going on? It's like, you talk too fucking much. You just talk, 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 talk. It's just supposed to be a conversation with two people. How come there's only one voice being heard here, yours? Do you understand how boring you are? You fucking blowhard. All you do is want to run your mouth and talk, 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 talk. You know that, like, if you want somebody to listen to you like that, you need to be paying them. And this little fucking money that you pay for this little chump change dinner, that ain't enough. I'm talking hundreds. Like I'm a therapist or something. Listen to this bullshit. I'm out. Garcon, pack my stuff up to go. He's paying. And then I would go. I'll be leaving. I'm not be, that's what I tell them. It's like, this shit is boring. You're boring. Your conversation is boring, and all you want to do is talk about yourself. You ain't that interesting. Okay? And you talking about all the great grand things you did. Well, did you win a Pulitzer? Did you? Nobel Peace Prize? No? Well, then shit, you ain't done shit. You ain't done nothing. I don't want to hear about that. You just a wannabe. See, sometimes you gotta just you just gotta break them off something. They don't even get to yawning. They don't get to yawning. You have to be direct with them. Because when they're in their zone, they don't even look at you. They're not looking at you. So you yawning and looking around and stuff, they're not even gonna notice that because they're in their own head. If you really look at guys in that when they're doing that kind of stuff, they're looking like off into the distance. Like if you look in their eyes are like glazed over. It's like they're in this fantasy world where they are the sun, the moon, the star, and all the planets. They're everything. They're everything. Air, water, they everything. So they're not looking, like they don't look around. So you could tell, like, oh, did you see that? They'd be like, what? Because they weren't looking. So you guys, you saying, well, do all these passive things. That's not gonna get it. They don't even see you. You're not there as far as they're concerned. So that's why they say when you start trying to talk and they have to come back to reality, they get irritated because you pulled them out of that fantasy world that they were in where they are, all that breathes and all that lives. You pull them back into reality where they just like a little chump sitting in a restaurant. They don't like that. Yeah, you can't give them hints. You can't give them hints. You just gotta just be blunt with it. Say, you talk too fucking much. That's me. Do you ever shut up? Why do you talk so much? If I want to hear you talk all night like that, I would ask you questions after question like I was Barbara Walters or somebody. But it's supposed to be a conversation. We're supposed to be trying to get to know each other. I feel like I should be taking notes, a fucking lecture. Like I'm back in university or something. That's what I say, Amanda, garçon, pack my stuff up to go. I'm out. I can't, lady, I don't know. You gotta, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Since you back in the dating game, you ever see was married or something, husband died, got divorced after many years, something, okay, because you just now back in the dating scene at 52. So, something like that happened. So you're not ready for these new dudes. These new dudes have so much emotional and mental illness, it's not even funny. You're gonna run into all kind of narcissists, which these guys are. You're gonna run into people with anger management issues and a sense of the horrible sense of entitlement. And they just get all bent out of shape when you tell them no or say no, I want to wait, or you have an opinion that's even different than theirs. I had to cuss one of my male friends out from he's married now. We've been friends before we even got married, and he was telling me about the guest they had, right, and they was talking about something about Oprah Winfrey and some, her stuff she used to do. I'm like, she had been off TV for a long time. Why are you still talking about Oprah? But I didn't say that. And so then he was saying, he's pontificating about his opinion, right, to these couples. And they're at their house, so everybody's politely listening to him. And dude is like this. He liked to go on and on and hear himself talk. So I'm sitting on the phone and rolling my eyes so I could tell where this was going. So then his wife, she pipes up and she says, what she thinks, which was that she thinks, oh, I remember now. She thinks that Oprah was smart not to marry Stedman. And she was saying how, she has her own money, she has her own life, she has her own career, she has everything. She's famous worldwide. I mean, what's she going to benefit by marrying Stedman or any other man? And so my male friend, my buddy, he didn't like that, right? Because she basically was saying something that was different from what he was saying. He didn't like that part. So he's complaining to me on the phone about it and how she was disrespectful. And after everybody left, he had to check her and he's this and that. And I said, she didn't cuss you out. And he said, why would she cuss me? His wife is like Indian or something. She's much more polite than a sister would be. And I said, she should have cussed your bitch ass out. And he was like, what are you saying? I said, nigga, for real? You think because you have a thought that everybody has to agree with you? I'm telling you, I'm real. I agree with your wife. Oprah don't need to be married for fucking what? How's it going to benefit her to be married to that nigga? Come on, she got like 900,000 times more money than him. The same amount. The only reason everybody knows his name is because it was associated with her. And he used to be cute, but he's not no more. You know, sometimes real light skinned people don't age well. Look at Jasmine Guy. Something happened. So, you know, they're just, no, 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 no. There was no benefit to Oprah for that. And he was just like all put out until I told him about himself and told him he was full of shit. I just saw what Shay wrote. Yes, Diana, do looking like a troll, like a under the bridge, sneaked out, need to hurry up and get back under there troll. It's terrible. I don't know. I just don't get it. So anyway, yeah, so girlfriend, get ready, buckle up your seatbelt, because you just got a taste of it. But I'm gonna tell you, you got to get your boundaries strong, and you know, don't be afraid to speak up when they're talking like that. Just interrupt them and say, "Look, you talk too goddamn much. Anybody want to hear all that? You ain't talking about nothing that's even fucking interesting." And they'll be like, with the Pikachu face, and trying to figure out, well, you know, well, that's quite rude. No, what's rude is you talking for the last 27 minutes nonstop. Nigga, did you even take a bite of your food? The food is cold. You haven't even eaten anything. You too busy using your mouth to run it, talking all that shit that nobody want to hear. I mean, see, that's why I'm the one date queen. Y'all saw me on my little brunch date outfit. I'll be looking so cute. I'm fly as fuck. All, you know, smelling good, looking cute, walking around, you know, doing all that stuff. But see, if they get on my nerves, then I just tell them about themselves. And I just, you know, don't want to be bothered. I'm not going to see you again. Well, why not? I thought everything went great. It's like, mm. Were we on the same day? Because that was not my takeaway. That was not my takeaway. Oh, yeah, bumping their gums. That's what my grandfather used to say. Brittany, I have not heard that in a long time. That's funny. Let's move on to question number 11. I'm tired of talking about these knucklehead old men trying to go on a date. Female, 26 to 32 from Rockville, Maryland. My boyfriend, 29, and I, 26, have been together for almost a year. See, I told you that they always, you know, say how long they've been together. When a girl does not say how long they've been together, you do know it was probably like days. We live together, and most of the time, everything is wonderful, and we're happy. No, you're not, because people who are happy don't write advice columnists. So let's see what's in store here. Yeah, they don't never shut up. In general, he's a good boyfriend. He cares about me, says he loves me, asks me what I want to do, and helps me with things, etc. Then, on the other hand, we had a couple of fights/discussions where I started crying. Oh, okay. To be clear, I am not using tears to put emotional pressure on him, and I also don't cry on every occasion. It just happens sometimes. The times I cried was when he hurt me a lot or because of sadness and desperation of the situation. Every time I cried, he didn't seem to care at all. Even when I said things to him like how much I love him and how much I hate when we fight, and I just wish he would hold me in his arms now. His reactions are every time totally cold. He doesn't react to my tears nor to my words that strongly suggest him to make up and to hold each other. I'm not accusing him or anything in those situations. It's just the opposite. Often he just leaves me standing there and does something else, completely ignoring my feelings. Sometimes he even lays down and falls asleep while I'm still crying. Dude is a savage. That's some shit I would do. Sometimes, or he sometimes reacts to my words and tears with even more anger and is being even meaner to me. Now I'm at the point that often I leave to another room or when I feel like I have to cry, so he doesn't see me crying. I don't know what to think about it. If I imagine to see him crying, that would be the worst for me. I love him so much that I hate to see him in pain. I would take him in my arms and do everything so he feels better. I believe him that he loves me, but what kind of behavior is that? I've never ever experienced that with any of my ex-boyfriends, especially falling asleep like he doesn't give a damn anyway. What do you think? Can you give me an advice? He doesn't give a damn. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn, says Rhett Butler. We should just start calling your boyfriend Rhett. That's the kind of attitude he's projecting. Okay, let me just tell you this. I love that book. If y'all ever read, I read that book one time when I was sick in high school. Couldn't get out to bed for a week. I read the whole thing. Um, You're 26 years old and you be boohooing and crybabying all over the damn place. He's almost 30 years old. And you say you're not using tears to put emotional pressure on him, but you are. Because you have all these expectations about how he's supposed to perform and baby you up after you cry. Don't nobody give a fuck about your tears. Nobody cares but you. You need to fucking find your ovaries and stand up and say something like, "Oh, nigga, for real? This what you think this is okay? Let me cut your monkey ass out," and then you go off on him. He gonna respect you more then than sitting there that you crying like a big ass baby. Don't nobody care about your tears. Let me just be blunt with you, okay? That is, and that pisses me off. A lot of women say they have, men that want to cry, and the men start crying and stuff because they know the women like this that would give a fuck. I would likely pick up something and bop that nigga upside the head. Don't be sitting here crying big old crocodile tears, you clown. No, nobody care about that. Remember that Smokey Robinson song, Tears of a Clown? That. I don't want, no, don't cry around me. I don't even like women to cry around me. I don't even like little kids to cry around me. Suck that shit up. Stop crying. You cried for 2 minutes now. That's long enough. Go in your room and be quiet and don't cry no more. I don't feel like hearing all that. I don't let my daughter stand around crying all the time. And I just tell her, if you want to cry like that, you're going to go in your room and close the door. I don't want to hear it. And she would do it. And she would go in her room and act a fool. And then she would come out. I said, "You better now?" And she'd say, "Yes, mommy." I said, "So you done with your crying and stuff?" "Yet." "Okay." And then we going back to doing what we was doing. But I'm telling you, I have very strict boundaries around crying. You're not going to do that. I don't want to hear all of that. So this was you doing all of this stuff. You lucky he's still with you, but he won't be for long. You keep it up. And I'm going to tell you this: if you feel like he's hurting you so much and stuff, why are you there? You don't need to be crying over and over. You need to get a new boyfriend, one that doesn't cause you this kind of pain. It's a real simple fix. Question number 12. Oh, but the men don't like this. Yeah, you could cry like at your wedding with your baby. Somebody's in an accident, died or something. Yeah, you can cry then. But you just, your dog got hit by a car, your dog's about to put your dog down or something like that. You can cry. But you a woman, you got this man, he's seeing you every time he turn around, your ass is boo-hooing. He don't want to be about that. He does care about her, but he does not care about her crying. There's a difference. You don't cry. I can care about you, but you crying all the goddamn time. No, I don't care about that. And whatever is you feel like I did that's making you cry, I don't care about that either. Because if you having a problem with something I do, open your mouth and fucking talk like an adult. Don't start crying like you two. I don't want to hear that. Like I said, I even let my 2-year-old daughter cry. I sent her little ass in her room. Said, "You go cry in there, and then you come out when you finish." And she would, like I said, she would do it. So what you think I'll look like having some 40-year-old man boo-hooing in front of me? I'd bust him upside the head with something. So you gotta understand, you just because somebody doesn't respond to your tears does not mean they don't care about you. What they don't care about is how you're handling the situation, trying to get them to care because you cried. See, there's a difference. There's a big difference. Question number 12. This is a female 18 to 21-year-old age group from San Rafael, California. Oh God, Ramirez County again. "I accidentally found your channel a month or so ago and love your responses. I heard a letter from a white guy in Marin County and I loved how you chewed him up and spit him out. I am white too, and so is my boyfriend." You guys remember that letter? I'll never forget it because then he's like, I know you're wondering, what is this white boy from Marin County doing writing to me? Do you remember that part? That just sent me special. I never forgot that. I probably never forget that. But that's the letter she's talking about. "I am white too, and so is my boyfriend, but I need to hear some of your reality about this situation. My friends are no help, and I'm too embarrassed to tell my family. Deb, I've been with my boyfriend for a year now. At the beginning of our relationship, he used to praise me, telling me that I have, quote, the body of a goddess. I have always been skinny. I have a thigh gap, flat stomach, and good hips, but my boobs are small, very small. At the beginning, he kept telling me that he loves them as they are and that at least they're perky. I know he watches popcorn whenever we are not together, which I have nothing against. But one time when I was over at his place a few months ago, I noticed on his recent searches only vids with women with giant boobs. It made me feel bad, but I tried to get over it. This is not going in a good direction. Recently, he has been giving hints that I need to gain weight and look better because I'm too skinny. I am the exact same weight as I was when I met him a year ago. He keeps telling me that he loves how flat my stomach is, but he wants me to gain weight so my boobs are bigger. This hurts me because it makes me feel like he's really into big chest women, and I'm obviously not one. And I'm questioning why he is with me then. I feel so unattractive. Another comment he made was when we were talking about pregnancy. I do not plan on having children anytime soon. I'm not financially, emotionally, or in any way capable of having a child right now. I said to him that I think pregnancy would really strain my body because I'm very skinny and petite. To which he said that I'll have mommy milkers, so that's good. Oh my God, this guy. This made me angry. It's not my fault my boobs are almost non-existent. I can't control it, and it's obvious to me now that he has a preference and he's unsatisfied with me. I don't know what to do. I want to start gaining weight just so I can get bigger boobs and feel like I'm the woman he wants. Just so you know, it's not like he is such a looker. My boyfriend is short and obese. Wait a minute. You dating a Teletubby and you letting him talk about you like this? I feel like it's ironic of him to tell me to gain weight just to change the size of my breasts. I also have preferences when it comes to men. I love men with hairy chests, but he has no hair whatsoever, and that does not make me not love him or tell him that he should do something about it because I know he cannot control it. His comments about my chest make me feel unattractive, not feminine, and like I'm not good enough. Should I try and tell him how it makes me feel? Any help is good. And say, you know, you should tell him, look here, you little funky looking troll motherfucker. You know, I felt pity on you with your short, dumpy, ugly, fat ass. So I consented to allow the goddess to spend time with you. But now, since you try to act like, you know, you're going to change me and you finding all this criticism, let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you about yourself. And then you start at the top and then you read his ass like a book. You talk about his face. You talk about his hairless chest. You talk about that gut he's got. You talk about the moves he got. You talk about them fat rolls on his back. You talk about his lack of muscle tone. You talk about his flat, saggy frog ass. You talk about his little stubby dick. You talk about his fat thighs and his knobby knees. And you talk about how he has stupid conversation and watches popcorn like a mouth-breathing basement dweller. That's what you do. You read him. That's what we call it. Black folks call that reading. Okay? From their head to your toe. You just tell him all about himself. And then say, so, in closing, now, my closing argument to this case, Your Honor, is that I'm going to deuce the fuck out and leave your troll ass here to watch popcorn and do whatever it is that trolls do with Pamela and Five Finger Mary. Just make the magic happen because I'm out. And then you leave him alone. You don't mess around with a man like this. You know? He's not bored with her, Travel One. What are you talking about? He's not bored with her. What he wants to do is he knows that she looks too good to be with him. So what he wants to do is break her self-esteem down. He wants to crush her. He's probably seen other guys look at her because she's got like, you know, the white girl body that they all go crazy for. The flat stomach, the thigh gap, you know, the narrow hips and all the stuff. That's a lot of dudes like that. And they take women like that and what they do is have them get a boob job. So then they look like a Barbie doll. So many of the little white girls, even my daughter's high school, they used to, the little high school girls getting a boob job. There's like a figure that white boys like, okay, in general. There's some that like sisters and, you know, that like a more curvy, you know, figure. But the general, you know, thing that their epitome of beauty is this flat stomach. So you will see like the kind of heavy set white girls, they might be, you know, kind of big in other areas. But as long as they have a flat stomach, they feel like they're beautiful. It's really weird. I learned it as a trainer. That's something that the white community, white culture focuses on. Flat in the United States anyway. Flat stomachs from women. So, you know, she's got all that. She's like, you know, the goddess girl. So he knows she's out of his league. The only reason she's with him is because she ever had some self-esteem issues. So what he's trying to do now, he realizes that she can do better. So what he's trying to do is break her down so that she would feel like she can't do better and she'll stay with him. That's the strategy that he's trying to use. So he still wants her, but you know what, lady, little girl, let me tell you something. Get rid of this fool before he destroys you, okay? While your self-esteem, you still have some, leave him alone. Find you somebody better. Find you a fly-ass man with hair on his chest. Tall, handsome, that's got some shit going on. He's just a joke. Little fucking Teletubby, roly-poly, little dweeble person. Question 13, female, 26 to 32, from Farnham, Surrey, England. I recently broke up with my partner after 3 years. We both had kids from previous relationships. He has extreme anger issues. He has done some terrible things to me. Ooh. And I'd expect that someone who had done such things would be apologetic and remorseful, but he's not. He insists it's my fault for, quote, making him that way and for leaving when it gets bad. I've told him I want to be in a relationship where I am loved and respected. And he says I'll find that with some guy who is gay or not masculine. Oh, wow. He has broken my hand, pulled me by my hair, ripped handfuls of my hair out, smashed things, damaged my car, insulted me, degraded me, spat on me. What? Destroyed my engagement because I confronted his child about being nasty to mine. Wait, he's doing all this. Why would you accept an engagement ring from him? I'm confused. He has called my kids names in reference to their weight and appearance, has gotten jealous when I speak to my friends on the phone or text them, pulled over on the highway and threw me out of the car and I had to walk home, tells me he owns me. He has called me some of the most vile, disgusting names I've ever heard. He then tells me it's me. I trigger him and need to change the way I am in order to not get that response from him. He says I'm unstable and I'm responsible for his reactions. I change my surname to his at his request. Then every time we fight, he calls me by my ex-partner's surname. He has destroyed any gift he's ever given me to where now I don't even want presents on my birthday because I know he will destroy them on the next fight. I won't accept his behavior or tolerate his abuse, which is what makes it worse. When he starts with his aggression, I leave. And he calls me names and tells me that I'm running away. Okay, then she's going on and on. Yeah. I want to know if you think he is aware of what he is doing, or does he actually believe what he says and that is my fault? I think he's a bully and wants a woman who won't question him and someone he can control. He thinks he's done nothing wrong. What do you think? I think you stupid. I think you stupid, and the very first time he did something, you should have left. That's why I'm saying you're stupid. Why were you there? Why did you say? Why did you subject your children to this bullshit? When he wanted you to change your name, why did you just say no? We're not married. I'm not doing that. I want to have the same name as my children. That's all you had to say. But the main thing is when he started with this name calling, and especially by the time you called my kid a name, you would be lucky if you lived, okay? Because one thing, I'm not gonna let as a grown woman, you make a decision about yourself. Kids are under the protection of their parents, their children, okay? They're defenseless. You have some grown ass man attacking a child, and you, as the kid's mother, you don't do nothing. You just let it happen. You a bitch, okay? I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm telling you now. Not only is you stupid, you don't even like your kids enough to protect them from this motherfucker. Okay? I cannot with you. So you write and ask me if he's aware of it. Of course he's aware of it. What the fuck? He's aware of it every time he does. He does it intentionally. He's up the ante because he wants to see how stupid you are and how long you gonna stay around and take this shit. And now he's even started it on your kids and you still haven't done anything. Okay? I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. Get your fucking ass in gear. Get your kids, protect your kids. If you can't do it, send them over to their father's house so he can do it. Okay? Because this is some bullshit. Your kids having to see and hear all this stuff and be attacked by this grown ass man. This is some goddamn bullshit. I cannot stand women like this. Don't have got no goddamn, just so sucking up to a man. All you can think about is a fucking dick. That's it. That's all you're concerned about. You keep sacrificing your kids' mental health, so emotional health, physical health. Because now he's be talking the next thing he gonna start hitting on them. So I cannot with women like you. I just cannot. Yeah, I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood. I don't know why I'm in a bad mood. I woke up in a bad mood this morning. It's like, oh no, this is not good. People gonna get their ass tore up today. Sometimes I be in a mellow mood. Today is not one of them days. Today is not one of those days. Oh, I had to go up with the neighbors. Okay, she was babysitting her grandkids or something. I don't know what the little motherfuckers. Anyway, they out there in the parking lot area, right in the center of the building where everybody parks. And it's like a tunnel, so the sound carries like crazy. I'm trying to have some Zoom conference, right? Do you know these people could hear them kids? That's how fucking loud they were. So I go to the door. I open the door. I said, hey, 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 hey. Y'all need to quiet down over here. I'm trying to do business and everybody can hear. Oh, sorry, sorry. So then here come that bitch ass grandmother. Now me and her have had words before. We generally try to be calm, but she got on my nerves today. And today, like I said, I wasn't in a good mood, so I just really didn't feel like it. So then she's like, well, what's the problem? I said, I'm trying to conduct business, and these grandkids of yours are just making too much noise. Why do they have to scream at they 2 feet from each other? What the fuck is that? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said what the fuck is that, because that seemed to set her off. But I was irritated. Why you questioning me? Surely you heard all that goddamn noise and goddamn streaking ass little banshee motherfuckers are making. Why do they have to scream at the fucking top of their lungs? People are living here. Nobody want to hear all that. And so then she's like, well, they just playing. I said, yeah. But you know what? In the rules here, it says that children are not to play in the parking area. So why don't you take them inside and make them be quiet? And she just looked at me because she knows it's true. And so then I'm just looking at her, right? Because I'm expecting, okay, don't make me call your owner, okay? Because I'll report your ass, and you'll have a problem. And she knows me. I'll have all the owners' numbers on speed dial. I would call and say, look here, Donald, let me tell you about your tenant. Let me tell you what she did today. What she said to me, you need to check that bitch. And she didn't want me to call Donald because Donald have a bad attitude too because she's gotten too many reports for noise from other neighbors. And so then she went in her house and then she closed the door. She kept them little noisy ass motherfuckers in the house. And then hopefully they won't come back. So there you go. It would be nice if she look for a new place. I would love, but I think she exactly that's the part because people turn off the street. It's a busy street, and they turn and they be kind of you got to like jump in where you can get in because people be flying. So you got to kind of enter the driveway at a little good little clip. And you got 3 kids ripping and running around. Well, the opportunity to see them and hit your brakes and stuff, and in time is kind of risky. So they really need to not be playing there. So that's why that rule is in place. Little monkeys, and like, take your funky fat ass and take them to the park or some shit. Looking like a roly poly, your ass need to take a couple of laps around the block anyway. Them little motherfuckers ride their bikes and skate and stuff around the block a couple of times. They'll be all right. Question number 14, female, 226 from Liverpool, England. My mom has been wanting me, I'm 23, to go on a date with her boss. He's 37 for a while now. What? She kept bugging me to do it, and I finally said, okay. So last night was the night. She gave him my address, and he picked me up and took me out on a date. The date itself was fine, but he was super touchy, which kind of, okay, I know where this is going, was kind of had made me uncomfortable, like having his hand on my thigh while driving, holding me around the waist when we walked into the restaurant. Deb, I don't really like being touched, and this was my first time meeting this man. After eating, we went for a walk, and then we got dessert. Then when we went back to his car, he kissed me, which was fine. But as we were kissing, he put his hand under my dress and tried going up to my butt. At that point, I told him I was ready to go home, and I think he thought I was going to let him in, but I didn't. Not even 10 minutes after he left, my mom called me yelling about how I'm being stupid for playing hard to get with this perfect man. I kind of do like him, and he texted me saying he likes me too. But is wanting to take things slow such a bad thing? How can I explain to him that I'm just someone who likes to go slow? Girl, don't ever go out with this man again. Stay away from your mother. Your mother's pimping you. Your mother's trying to pimp you. Your mother is an evil, funky bitch. I don't know what, if she's getting money, promotion, what. I don't know what the benefit, what she worked out with her boss about you, but it's something where it's going to benefit her, and she's pimping you. That's what's totally happening right here. I know you don't want to believe that about your own mother, but trust me, that's why her reaction, why she got so mad, because whatever the benefit was she was anticipating getting, she's not going to get it now because you didn't let dude screw you like he wanted to. So this is what you're going to do. It's sad that he knows where you live now. That's what you're going to do. You're going to text him and say, you're too old for me. I want somebody who's no older than maybe 3 years older than me. Not somebody who's, what did you say, you're 23 and he's 14 years older than me. I don't want somebody 14 years older than me. That's too old. And I suggest if you want to date somebody, you should probably date my mother. She seems interested in you. I'm not. You're so naive. It's not even funny. You're so naive, and you talking about, you like him. You cannot like a man who treats you like you're a piece of meat. running his hands up under your clothes and you just met him that night? Are you fucking kidding me right now? He's a nasty dog. Don't you ever be alone with this man ever again. Watch going to your mother's house too, because he's likely to be there. And they set you up. Don't go over there and don't let them come to your house. Stay alert. Protect yourself. You better get you a pit or something. So if he try to come up in your house, you say, sick him, Roscoe, and so Roscoe have a snack. You cannot be this naive. Can't be this innocent out here fucking with these people. Mm-mm. Soon as you said that, well, he's a predator. He's a predator, but see, we don't know the setup because we can't really assign that to him, Diana, for this reason right here. We do not know the backstory. Obviously, the mother is going to be getting something out of it. So it might not be where he's actually the predator. It's where the mother made promises to him that she could get something, get him something, get him a date with her, get him to her to sleep with him, whatever, and then he was going to get what he wanted. So, but that could have been set up, initiated by the mother, right? We don't know who's the one who expressed interest first. That could have been the mother's idea, which would be the one who was the pimp predator. So we don't know that. That's why I be careful about coming up with those kind of, judgments. I don't know that. There's too many possibilities. It could be completely the mother's idea. It could be that he asked the mother. We don't know. So we're not going to judge that. We're going to leave that alone. That's, as you say now, my little law school student, that's not in evidence. Okay, so we're not going to even go down that road. What we are going to focus on is how he treated her. We do have those facts. We do know that the mother got upset with her when she didn't let him in. That's a fact. So putting those facts together, we come up with 1 and 1 is 2. The mother is involved in this situation and where she was going to receive some benefit. So she needed the daughter to go culminate the relationship with, sexual activity with her boss so that she was going to receive some benefit. She's not getting it. That's why she went off on the daughter. We have to stick with what's going on. But, the way he felt so free to be putting his hands all over and stuff, nah, this was a setup. No man would do that unless he had been given, the green light rather, that was going to be okay. So something's amiss here. Question number 15, male, 36 to 42, from Wilmington, North Carolina. I think I want my best friend who's been staying with me temporarily while she recovers to stay permanently. How do I tell her without messing up our friendship? 5 months ago, she was T-boned on her driver's side really bad. She not only totaled the car, but broke her ankle, fractured 2 ribs. Ooh, had a fracture in her spine. Damn! And the airbags left some fractures in her face. She had to have several surgeries. There was obviously a ton of soft tissue injuries as well, the biggest being her rotator cuff. She had no mobility in her left arm for a long time, but is doing much better now. She lives in an apartment on the 3rd floor with no elevator. Obviously, after the accident and the surgery, she wasn't able to go there, so she came to stay with me. Since I work at home, it's been perfect. Over the last few months, I have been helping her and taking care of her, but she has also been there for me. Having her here has changed my life, and I realize I want nothing more than for this to last forever. Oh my God, cue the violins. We are even sharing a bed, and recently things have become physical. She told me today that her doctor said he believes she can start planning to move home soon, but I don't want her to go. To be honest, I am so in love with this woman, and I did not offer this or care for her all this time to get in with her. I just can't imagine my life without her here, now that I've experienced this joy for 4 months. I'm afraid she will think me telling her this will only sully her time here. It was never intended for these reasons. The thing I hang up on is we have been best friends for over 7 years, and in that time, she has never been in a relationship. I can probably count on one hand how many times she has gone on dates, and I can count on that same one hand how many guys she has had eggplant with during that time. She admits to having commitment and trust issues, but I think things will be different between us. What should I do? Oh, you knucklehead. If she ain't been with no other man in 7 years and you've been, quote, best friends, she been waiting for your ass to take a step and pump things up. She not going to do it. She been waiting for you to do it. And you just finally 7 years later got a fucking clue. Okay, this is what you're going to do. There's 2 ways you could do this, and it's going to depend on your personality. Since this is all you said, I have no clue which one will apply to you, but let me just Let me put on my thing again and tell you how I would do it. Okay, there's one or two ways I would do this. Number one is I would let her go back to her house, right? I would act all sad. I would wait for, I check on her every day. I'd go over there and just be looking at her and say, I really miss you. I didn't know I was going to miss you this much. And you look really sad and say, I know we've been friends for 7 years and you haven't really dated, many other people. Could you see yourself dating me? Now, see, this is going to do two things. Number one is it gives, without her having to say it, just like, can she see it? Okay, is this in your crystal ball? Maybe. So it gives her an out where she can say, well, no, because it's, I just see you as a friend. Or she can say, well, since she already slept with you, though, I don't think she's going to say that. So I'm going to think she's going to say, yes, I can definitely see that. And then that's when you pop out with a ring and say, I want you to marry me. And then you get on your one little raggedy knee and you propose and you all cry and scream and do all that stuff. And you just tell her, I just realized over the past few months, the joy that I've been missing out of my life. I've always enjoyed you as a friend, but having us under the same roof and looking at you every day, I just cannot imagine my life without you being in it. And then that's when you get on your knees and you propose, okay? It's what she's going to be like, oh my God. And it's going to be all beautiful and, rainbows and sunshine and birds tweeting and all that old stuff. Okay, that's one way. So you can set that stage so she gets back in her place, right? No pressure, and then you lay it on her after she gets a chance to miss you too. Okay, that's one way. The second way is if you don't really want her to go, is before she packs up all her stuff, you go on and you get the engagement ring anyway, and then you come back and you give her that same speech while she's still at your house, and you say, I know I've been best friends with you. You know all my secrets. I share my heart with you as my friend. I don't know nobody on this planet knows me better than you. Taking care of you has just brought me so much joy and give me an opportunity to show you how much I care about you. I really want this to continue. I don't want you to go home. I don't want you to leave me. I can't stand the thought that I'll wake up and you won't be here. Man, man, man. Man, I'm telling you, I could be a fucking movie. I could write a movie script and tell her, you're just the most important thing to me. I would do anything for you, girl, anything for you. You're the number one person in my life. I know I never told you this before. I was always holding back because we were just friends. I just was scared it was going to mess up our friendship, but I can't hold it back anymore. I can't handle it. Okay? And then you drop down to one knee and you pull out that ring and then you propose. Now, since everything's been so hunky-dory, do you really think she's going to say no? She's going to say yes. Okay, then there you go. So, you just figure out which way is going to be the way that you want to do it. If you want to do it now before she leaves and you go to her house and get her shit and bring it into your house, or you let her move back, get herself acclimated, let her think about it for a week or two or three, let her miss you, then you drop it on her. So you got to figure out which game you want to run, which one you think she'll be the most receptive to. Then that's the one that you do. Which one, you know her better than me, but it's gonna have to be one of them two. Don't think I'm being funny, Colleen. I'm just telling you how what's gonna work. Okay? I just know what's gonna work. So dude, pick one, whichever one works best for her personality and yours, and then you drop that hammer and get this shit on the road. Question number 16, female, 26 to 32 from Zach. Uh-oh, lady boss. Shade of light. She up there from your red neck of the woods. My boyfriend's, quote, best friend and I hung out at an open market. He followed her around like a puppy, and I was the third wheel. We're all in our late 20s. The three of us went to a big open-air market, farmer's market type of thing last weekend where there were tons of booths, a band, clowns for the kids, etc. It was fun. However, my boyfriend followed this best friend around the market for the majority of the time. She had her 6-month-old in the stroller, and he was very engaged with her and what she was looking at. He also made some negative comments about her boyfriend, baby daddy. He's only 24. About him staying home on a beautiful Sunday playing video games instead of hanging out with her. He made it seem like he was a better guy because he wanted to spend time with her and have fun instead of her own boyfriend. She does not flirt with my boyfriend back, but I can clearly see he has something for her, but she will never be available to him. He is an avoidant attachment style that I'm getting the vibe that he likes her even more because she's unavailable. I've been working on stepping back since then, and 100 other things have happened I don't want to bore you with. I feel better stepping back. But this is not how I want to live my life. I have to not 100% be myself, so I seem more unavailable and distant, and he comes running back to me with attention, flowers, and nice words. When I'm happy and easygoing, it's hard for him to even look at me in the eye and respond in a complete sentence to me once he has a second to put his phone down. I'm confused. There's only 5 people in the letter. There's the baby daddy, the girl with the baby, the girl who wrote the letter, her boyfriend, and the baby in the stroller. That's 5 people. That's not a lot. But I'm going to say this. Obviously, that's been he calls her his best friend. That's his first love. We keep cycling back to that. Y'all just don't get it. When these dudes have their heart, they just, whoever's the first love, that's whenever she comes around, he just can't control himself. Okay, he's like a puppy wagging its little tail. They always act like that. And if she would want to drop that other dude and be with him, he would be there. Okay? And you say he's avoided attachment style. Well, maybe he's only like that with you. Did you ever think of that? Right? Because you haven't seen him in any other relationship. All you know is how he is with you. But you're not confused. You know what time it is. See, women always cop that I'm confused thing when you know what time it is, but you don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept it, and you want it to be some other kind of reality. So you keeping hope alive. You keeping hope alive, and you trying to pretend like, there's some big question here. There's no question. Just leave him alone. He ain't interested in you like that. He likes her. Okay. Question number 17, female, 225 from Jacksonville, Florida. So my boyfriend moved in recently and his habits are bothering me. I mostly just need to vent, Auntie. I'll start with the fact that he does shower every day. Okay, well that's good because we've had lots of letters where they don't. Remember the Febreze dude? Dude spray himself with Febreze, not change his clothes, not bathe, nothing. Just spray himself with Febreze. I'll never forget that just as long as I live. Okay, so he showers every day, and in the first week, he used a new towel every day. Okay, cool. Simple case of misunderstanding. He told me, yeah, my mom would hate it if I did that, but I didn't know what your rules were. Like, maybe you could ask, she says. Note that he has told me I can ask him to help with household chores whenever. Anyway, next it comes food. I have been cooking and cleaning all the dishes since he moved in. Sometimes he puts them away, but he hasn't even been doing that recently. I asked him to do the dishes once, and he told me that he doesn't like doing dishes. He'd rather let them pile up until he started them. Like what? I have one small sink. You can't let it pile up because it gets bad really fast. But oh, he doesn't like doing dishes, so whatever. We brought mini donuts to share one night, and I lost my appetite. I didn't want to eat mine right then. I told him I lost my appetite. He shrugged and ate them all. I would have loved to eat mine in the morning, but okay, cool. Miscommunication. I was going to say, yeah, you didn't say that. You said you lost your appetite, so that just leaves it wide open for interpretation. I de-seeded a pomegranate and got half through the bowl, and when he asked if I was done with my half-eaten bowl, he threw the rest out. Instead of putting them away, just asked if I was done and tossed them. Not what should I do with them. He leaves his food wrappers all over the house and doesn't wipe the sink when he's done brushing his teeth. Never changes the toilet paper, just places a new roll on top of the empty one. Didn't acknowledge when I told him it takes 5 seconds to change the toilet paper, so please do. Man, when I visited his place, he would almost always coerce me to put away his laundry somehow. And since he got here, he hasn't put any effort to put his laundry away ever. He just gets clothes clean and throws the laundry bin back into the room or keeps it in the hall and grabs clothes. Throws his dirty clothes all over the floor in the living room. I just don't get it. I've given him notes here and there about how I prefer things, and I get that it's our apartment now, but it's quite small, and I don't want to have to tell him to do chores all the time. Like, gain some initiative, man. Tell him to get out. Get out and then break up. This is not a boyfriend. Well, maybe it is a boyfriend, but you need a man friend, okay? You need someone who respects the household that he lives in and respects his woman and understands that he has, responsibilities in the household, that you're not his mommy, and that you never be telling him what to do like he's, an 11-year-old. No. So I'm going to tell you, if this were me, I'd be like, look, you need to move back to your mother's house at the end of the month, preferably the end of the week, because I can't take this. I cannot take you being a slob. I cannot take you not holding up to your end of the responsibilities. I can't take you trying to put all this work on me, throwing your shit all over the place. I can't fucking stand it. I want you to get out. Get out. And we're broken up too. We're not. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to be. I have no future with a man who acts like you. It's great that I found this out now before we like got married and had kids or something. Then I'll be having like a newborn baby and a 6 foot tall baby. I don't want it. I don't want that for myself. So you got to get out. That's what I would do. I say, I don't give a fuck where you go. You go back to your mom's. You go live in a park. Wherever you go, have fun. But you're not gonna be here. Give me my key. Get the fuck out. Yeah, but this is the mistake you made. I'm gonna just tell you this right now. Letting a man move into your place. How many times I have to tell you guys this? You don't let men move into your house. You don't do that. If he's living at his mama's house, that means he's never even had his own apartment. He's never had the responsibilities of living on his own. And you let him move in with you. You're light years ahead of him in maturity and self-development and self-growth. Okay, he's nowhere near your level. And you brought him in there, so he's thinking you're gonna be taking care of him like his mama did. Shit. Get rid of this fool, and next time choose better. And don't let any man move in your house. If he don't have no money to get a spot for the both of you to move into, then you don't fuck with him. That's just the way it is. Question number 18, male, 18 to 21, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Do you think men should refrain from calling a woman pretty or beautiful too often? Please tell me if you think I am messing up. Lately, I've been calling my female friends beautiful and pretty often, or every day-ish. And one of them said to me, "You say that all the time. You a liar." Is that dusty behavior? Yes. Should I refrain myself and only say it whenever an opportunity opens to call them pretty, or just keep doing it but saying it a different way? Oh my God, don't you have something else to compliment a woman about other than just saying pretty and beautiful? Do you know how stupid that sounds? You sound like an idiot. Like you can't come up with nothing more intelligent and more specific and more, focused on that woman's abilities, that woman's talents, that woman's skills, other than her beauty. You a fucking shallow little knucklehead. That's what you are. Don't a woman want to hear that? You've been listening to dusty fools telling you, "Oh yeah, this is how you rap at a woman," this and that, and you've been listening to them. You should talk to women and ask what women want to hear. Then you will have the right answer and stop listening to stupid men. Okay? Because they don't know shit. They disgust women. We get so fucking irritated with them all the time that they're frustrating and stupid. And you up there listening to them and taking notes from them and doing what they do. Why don't young men ever just model sensible behavior? You're always gonna follow behind some dusty ass stupid motherfucker. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna think about each one of your female friends or a lady you meet or whatever. You say your female friends. Okay, you know these women. What are they good at? Okay, say one of them, I don't know, paints. Wow, you are so artistic. Your colors that you choose is just, it just brings everything to life. You see how that's a specific comment to her, and it builds her up about something that's important to her, which is her talent, her painting abilities. You see what I just did there? Okay, you have another person, your friend, she wants to write. So she's writing short stories or poetry or whatever she's writing, I don't know. And so you read some of her stuff and you say, "Wow, this is really interesting. I can see where this is going. So what's the next part? What you gonna do? You gonna let me read that too?" Okay, you're showing interest in her. You're showing that, her writing is working for you. You're showing that, she's going in a direction that you can see promise, and you're building her up and you're making her feel good about her talents and her skills. You see what I'm doing here? You stop being stupid and dusty and focusing solely on what a woman looks like. We hate that shit. We hate that with a passion. Now, there are some situations, your lady get all dolled up or something, your girl's, she's doing all you want on a date or something. And you say, "Girl, you might do all kind of exaggerating like you're doing the Fred Stanford heart attack or something, you stacking around. Oh my God, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey." She gonna laugh and think it's all cute and say, "How did I get so lucky? How do I get to have such a fine ass woman on my arm? I must be doing something right." Girl, you doing the damn thing. Something like that, girl, that dress is, oof, something like that. Okay, it's specific. It's not talking about pretty or beautiful. Those two terms are worn the fuck out. Every man who uses them, you automatically know he's an idiot, and you can't give him no respect. Yeah, I mean, it is lazy. It's lazy and it's stupid because, like I said, they get this from other old dustmongers who tell them that this, to tell the young dudes that this is what you say to get a woman to like you, and it's not true. That might have been what, you say that occasionally, like I said, to your woman that she's beautiful or something, but, just to walk around telling every woman that you see, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're beautiful. That's why that girl called you out and said you a liar because she knows you're just doing it because you're stupid. So stop being stupid. Okay? Put some effort into the shit you're going to be giving people compliments. Question number 19, male, 26 to 32 from San Diego, California. The girl I've been dating seems to bring up her ex now and again. Mostly this happens when we're on dates. Oh, oh. Out of all of the dates we have been on, I would have to say about 35% of them, she has said something about her ex. Wow. Hmm. For example, our third date, we went to the zoo, and the San Diego Zoo is just phenomenal. And she says my ex hated the zoo. On another date, she said she wants a pug, and she was saying her ex hated pugs. We were walking in the local park and we saw a soccer match. Wait a minute. Well, I was on TikTok, right? Somebody had a thing of a little pug dog that had like a giant spider Halloween costume. So it had the legs and stuff sticking out on the side. And what was like, it had like spider eyes and stuff right here. So they person let the dog go running around. That dog was scaring the fuck out of everybody. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And the dog, this one man was trying to climb up a wall to get it. And they had the dude laying on the ground in the elevator. These two girls wait, elevator door open, and the little dog was laying there with the spider costume. They thought it was a giant spider attacking this person. They had killed. They ran screaming. I thought I was going to die. That was the best costume ever, and that was a pug, and that's why I thought of that. But anyway, let me get back to the letter. Okay, she really wants a pug, and I say her ex hated pugs. We were walking in the local park, and she saw a soccer match being played, and she said, I used to have to watch my ex. You saw that girl? Wasn't that funny? Oh, that shit was hilarious. We saw a soccer match being played, and she said, used to have to watch my ex play shitty Sunday league soccer. Well, she just really brings him up a lot. We talked a bit about the future, and we live 50 miles apart. I said I would be willing to move for the right person, and I would just join the soccer team because I enjoy playing. She then responded, well, you can't play for my ex's team. There are two other times she has done it in the last couple of months. She and her ex have been broken up for a year, she told me, and they were together for a year and 6 months. The way she tells it, she broke up with him. I'm not sure if she realizes she is doing that or if they are red flags that she is still hung up on that guy. What do you recommend that I say to her? You that Amanda, I'm telling you, that shit was hysterical. I can't even do this letter because I was thinking about that video. That shit was funny. And that little dog was like, if you guys get a chance to see it, you have to see it. Okay, let me just say this. This is what you're going to have to do to her girl. I mean, what you're going to have to do to your girl there. Okay, so what you need to do is start keeping a track, right? Keep a record of it. So every time she talks about dude, make a note. Make a note. Okay. And then, like at the end of a week or something, you're going to say, I need to talk to you about something. She's going to say, what? And then you're going to say, I want to point out to something. You know how you talk about your ex a lot. I'm not feeling it. I want you to stop doing it. Well, what do you mean? I don't talk about him enough. Let me show you my spreadsheet. And then you put on this day at this time you did this, and this day at this time you did this. And this doesn't even count the times before that when you said this, and all the stuff you put in this letter. And so over the course of the couple of months that we've been seeing each other, you brought him up about 40 times. And I'm of the mind that you thinking about a motherfucker, talking about a motherfucker, that means you thinking about a motherfucker. When you on a date with me, you supposed to be thinking about me. So since you're not thinking about me and you thinking about him, then that's where you need to go. Bye. And just break it off. You don't have to take this disrespect. She's obviously not over him yet. You know, she's not over him yet. She's spending time with you, but maybe trying to get over him. But the fact that she brings him up so often when she's supposed to be having fun with you is a red flag. It's a huge red flag. All right, let's move on. Question 20. We got 25 questions. So we are going to move on. No, let me show you guys if you got a question that you want to submit for an upcoming show. We're going to have 2 shows. I don't know, sometime in December. I think I said Christmas Eve. So, we're going to have a little extra opportunity for questions next month. So just look in the show description, expand the box, look in the show description, scroll down, and you'll see the link that says click here to get advice. Just fill out the form and send it in, and then we will take a look at what your question is. You are watching What the Fuck Tuesday. It's a live stream relationship advice show. We do this every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the Devsterism channel. You can, 25 questions. We're at question number 20 right now. All right, so let's move on. Female, 225 from San Mateo, California. I'm 24 and just started dating a 25-year-old guy recently, like a month ago. We get along well and had a few cute dates. We just yesterday brought up the topic of eggplant because I felt like I needed to communicate it early on in the relationship. He told me he had a few hookups before, which I'm not necessarily bothered with because everyone has a past and he wasn't dating at that time. However, he made this one statement, quote, "I've never left a girl unsatisfied." Wow. Which really bothers me. I don't necessarily need to know how he was like with other girls. It made me feel insecure and hurt in a way. He then realized it was a dumb thing to say and apologized. However, I still feel pretty upset about it. Throughout different conversations, I think we just have different levels of maturity as well. Like sometimes he has said some really dumb things. Also, we have different cultural backgrounds. I was born and raised in a tight-knit Asian country, South Korea, that really values dating, relationships, and marriage. While he's American, and I feel like dating to him is not as serious. I don't know how to feel about the situation. Oh boy, this is not going to end well. Should I give the relationship more time or should I break it off? Like I said, we've only been dating about a month, but I already have so many reservations and concerns. No, no. I mean, not saying, just the fact that he's American is the issue, but not this American. He's too immature. And he already within a month that you've been seeing him has a track record for saying dumb things and being disrespectful and callous and crude. And I just don't see where a young lady who has the kind of, home training and focus that you do, where you're compatible with this man. Maybe in a few years, I mean, you might need to have to be with somebody older if you're going to be with an American dude. But, chances are you should probably find somebody from a culture, not to say it has to be exactly Korean, but, has a similar family values and mindset that you do, most likely someone from another, Asian country. Or I don't know what religion you are, but, here in the United States, there are people that have certain religious beliefs who also have this mindset as part of their, their faith. So, but you didn't touch on that, so I'm not gonna. I just mentioned that in passing because that's just another option. But I think, seeing as how so many American people don't really have that kind of focus when they're that young, you're probably just gonna have to stick to, some Asian guys that might be more in your speed. Although when I lived in Oakland, I rented this townhouse condo thing, and the guys up above me were Korean. They was hoes. One of them was Japanese, and the other 3, they was like a 4 or 5 bedroom thing. They was like a penthouse, and it was right above my unit, and they were crackheads. I just never seen nothing shit like. They used to beat the girls that came up in there. Had to call the police on them several times. The girls slamming around, screaming and stuff. Call the police on them little fools. They finally got evicted. So, I'm not just saying just because somebody's Asian that it's going to automatically match, be what you need. Because I'm telling you, them 5 was rogue motherfuckers right there. I don't know what their story was. But, you might have a better bet. You at least raised, with similar value systems and stuff. But this guy is not it. So just break it off. He's only been a month. And just tell him, I don't think we're really a good match. There's so many so many issues we don't see eye to eye on, and I can't really see us forming a strong bond because of it. And they just dump him. You seem very articulate. You express yourself very well. So you got this. Question number 21. This is a young lady in the 21 to 25 age group from Edmonton, Canada. I matched with this guy on an app and he asked me out for dinner. Told me yesterday we should go today at 7 p.m. for some Japanese food. However, he didn't tell me the name of the place since he was trying to see if there were reservations available since seating is limited and tables are restricted. Oh yeah, okay. So today is Sunday the 21st. As of the time of writing, I have received no text, no phone call to confirm nothing. It's already 4 o'clock. Should I text him back? I'm kind of irritated, thinking he's very inconsiderate and not taking me seriously. Like if we were going out, let me know the place, name, the time, not a last minute thing. That just shows me how inconsiderate you are with my time. What should I do? Block him. You met him on a date on a stupid app, okay, and he asked you for dinner, but he never followed up. Okay, so just say, let's go to dinner. Okay, I could just say, let's go to Paris. But if I don't do anything to show you that I'm getting ready to really go to Paris and take you with me, then why were you even tripping? Okay, he said that we should do that, but he never got back to you. So as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't a date. I'm trying to figure out how you jumped to the conclusion that you had a date. We should go at 7 for some Japanese food. Should go. But they said it was never really confirmed. And that would be the thing, like, say we should go. Okay, where are we going? Are you coming to pick me up or you want me to meet you there? What's the deal here? What's the story? So you didn't have no facts, just some vague reference to, yeah, we should do that. Niggas always gonna be full of what we should. But they don't actually bust a grape. So you don't pay no attention to that. And my thing is like if they wait, okay, so they say that the next day, okay. And then the next day comes and I don't hear from you, okay, I'm out somewhere else. And so this has happened. They call, it's okay, 6 o'clock. We're supposed to meet at 7. Oh yeah, meet me over here. No, I can't do that. I'm out. I'm out and I'm in Palo Alto. I'm in San Jose. I'm, wherever I am. Oh, I thought we was going out. I said, well, yeah, you casually kind of breezingly mentioned it, but you didn't give nobody no specifics. So I just assumed you were just talking smack. No, I was serious, girl. Well, yeah, but you just now at 6 o'clock, you just now called to tell me? That, dude, I don't operate like that. So I'll check you out another time. Hang up, blockety block. There you go. And just block. Because it's so stupid. That's somebody just wasting your time and just don't even know how to fucking date. These men, I swear, somebody need to hold a class. They got all these stupid people teaching them how to, do pickups and stuff, but nobody teaches them how to date somebody that they really like. You really want to get with a young lady. How do you conduct yourself? Nobody's teaching them that. And so they have no fucking clue. So they approach you like they doing, this pickup artist stuff. It's just retarded. Question number 22. Males, 26 to 32 from Minneapolis. I am here to tell women that guys are kind of dumb. Ladies, who didn't already know that? Is this a trick question? Well, didn't we already know that? We already wrote the book on men are dumb. Okay? Okay, he says men are kind of dumb and can be really dense at any given moment. I think it must be due to a position of the moon or relative humidity in the room. But gosh, he must be from Mayberry. We can be as dense as a brick when a girl approaches us. So if we act like an idiot, please give us a lot of benefit of doubt. Here's my story. I was browsing some stationery at a local bookstore today. A cute girl approached me and asked me which sketchbook looks better. Me, I like this one better. Her, thanks. I like it too. Oh, I should be doing one. Thanks, I like it. I do sketch a lot, Smile. Okay, so dude was getting some play. Me, oh, okay. Her, looking at him, right? Because he just put ... Me, ... Then I turned and walked away. 10 minutes later, I'm saying to myself, what is wrong with you? And no, I do not have a question really. I just wanted to share that to see if you agree. Oh. Oh, you poor thing, you. Okay, let me tell you how this would have went if it was me. Okay, let me slide into my play. Yeah, fumble. That's a good lead. That was perfect. Let me tell you how to take Mac Deb on the scene. I'm in our store browsing cook thing. Okay, girl walks up, give her the $6 million man scan. Cute. She ate. Okay. Her. Which one of these big sketchbooks do you like? Mm, well, I like this one. You know, look at the texture of the paper. This is nice. Thanks. I think I like it too. I do sketch a lot, you know. Oh, so when you gonna sketch me? Her. You know, I have some time right now if you do. How do you, what kind of, what way do you sketch? What you use? Charcoals, pencils? What? What you do? What you use? So you see what I mean? You don't just let her get away. You ask questions. You engage her in conversation. And then you start striking poses. You got some muscles or something, you roll up your sleeves until your thing is tight on your thing, or you pull your chest, unbutton your shirt a little bit so she can see them pecs you got, and you start flexing. It's like, how is this? Hey, you know, is the light good here? Is this good? Where you moving? You start striking poses, she's gonna laugh, right? I'm just trying to tell you, these dudes don't have no game at all. None. I tell you, if I was a dude, I would have all the women. All of them. It's just so easy. I don't understand why they be agonizing over it all the time. And talking about, women don't want to talk to me. That's because you stupid. You don't have no rap. You don't even know. You just like a bump on the law. You don't have no personality. Women like to laugh. And not because of canned jokes or anything like that. They like somebody who's spontaneously funny. But I just did, that's what I'm saying, honey. I'd be posing, I'd be looking over my shoulder, flexing my back muscles and stuff, and be like, how's this? How's this? You need me to move to the window more? Just get that light? You know, give it a little winky face or something, do the rock eyebrow, whatever you do a whole bunch of poses right quick. So she would be like, and then want to get your number so she can sketch you. My God. I think these dudes, come on now, dude. For real. So I hope that I just give you some ideas, okay? So if you're ever in a situation where a woman asks your opinion about something, roll with it. Roll with it, okay? Roll with it. Let's move on. Question number 23. I know. So that's what I'm saying. I would just have just all the women, all of them, just you know. But I'm like, that kind of like I like to flirt. Don't get me wrong. I like to flirt. But when I'm in a relationship, I don't mess around. But if I'm single, please, I'm gonna be the biggest player out there. I'll be up in everybody's face. Like, what you doing? What you talking about? Hi, what's your name is? You fine. Look at you. Shit. Where you been all my life? Stuff like that. Guys like that kind of stuff. It sounds corny, but they just be laughing. They laugh and they be like, oh damn, this bitch crazy. I know that's what they be thinking, but they be too polite to say it. But yeah, I be coming up with all kind of stuff. It's like, oof, how big is your biceps? So if you hesitate, see, this is the thing, this is the thing. You say, how big is your, and then they be like, biceps. I have all kind of stuff. I used to be in the clubs a lot. I stayed in the clubs, and I just that's where I honed my skills. That's why I can tell you guys all this stuff, and I don't even have to think about it. It just comes out. It just comes out. But can you imagine that? Me being a man acting like that? Yeah, I would have all the pussy, all of it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Just you should see that face though. Let me show. Oh my God! It's just bringing back memories. Oh my God. Oh, I used to have so much fun. My goodness. All right. Question number 23. Male, 46 to 55 from Seattle, Washington. Hi, Miss Cooper. I don't know if you will remember me, but I wrote you a few months ago to get advice about how to deal with my situation with my wife. I'm the idiot that cheated with some strippers at a bachelor party. Oh, yeah. Not just one, but two, as I recall. I just wanted to let you know that I took your advice and confessed to my wife good, because you was dying. You was like to be at jumping off a bridge if you didn't tell her. Ever since my life has been hell, so I need your advice again. After confessing to my wife, let's just say she totally shut down. She moved out of our bedroom, did not talk to me, did not acknowledge me, stopped cooking, stopped cleaning, would not let me anywhere near her, and basically became my roommate. That was okay with me because it gave me hope that she just needed some space and would eventually forgive me. However, she left for work last Friday and did not come back for a week. Wow, I was out of my mind with worry and started calling her friends and family, then the police, but got nowhere. All I could do was worry and wait. Okay. Finally, she came back home last night, walked into the house as if nothing had happened, looked at me and said, "Now we are even." I asked what the hell that meant, but she didn't answer. She just smirked at me and disappeared back into the bedroom. I followed her and demanded an answer, and she told me that she spent the week fucking around and having wild eggplant with some male staff at a massage parlor. She lying. Miss Cooper, I know I have no right to be furious at her. Wait a minute, where are y'all again? Hold on a second. Oh, Seattle. Okay. I know I have no right to be angry at her actions after what I did, but I am furious. Furious, jealous, heartbroken, and just plain inconsolable. So much so that I just want to do her bodily harm. It took all my willpower not to slap the shit out of her. I know I'm being a complete hypocrite here, but I can't help it. I'm glad you didn't do that. I'd be getting in my Honda coming up to wherever the hell you are so I could slap you back. I know what I did was wrong, but it was a spur of the moment, stupid decision. What she did was deliberate, calculated, and on purpose to get even and hurt me, and boy, did she succeed. I have lost all respect for my wife and don't even know if I want to make the effort to save my marriage. I am completely disgusted with her. Oh, I'm about to rip you a new ass, okay? Hold it, put your seatbelt on. I desperately need your advice here because I know you will give it to me straight. Please tell me what you think and what I should do now. I will be listening for your answer because I am beside myself with grief. Thank you again. Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. I seriously doubt that she actually did any of this stuff. But what she did was make you feel the same pain, worry, doubt, grief, and agony that she felt. The betrayal, the pain, the soul ripping pain. She made you feel it. That's what she meant. Now we're even. Okay, now you know you have no right to be angry, uh, because she allegedly did the same thing to you that you did to her. And you're trying to excuse yourself by saying, well, it was a spur of the moment decision. Like that makes it better. She didn't really do this, but I love her strategy because she put the knife in your heart and twisted it around and then pulled it out and stabbed you again a couple more times. And that's what you get. And see, just think back. How could I have saved myself from all of this? By going to the bachelor party, keeping your dick in your pants, and when stuff started getting sexy like that, say, well, I got to go home. I'll do salad. I'll see y'all later. Could have had fun there and had drinks and boo-boo hoorah and watch the strippers and all that, but you didn't have to touch them. See, that's where self-control comes in and your maturity was supposed to come in. That's why your wife is so disappointed in you. You just gave in to your urges like a fucking teenager. Okay? So, like I said, I want you to stop with this thinking, well, she's more wrong because she planned it. It doesn't matter. The end result is the same. Whether she was walking down the street and tripped and fell on somebody's dick, or you did the same. I mean, it doesn't matter. Some aliens came and took her and she fucked them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it happened. The fact is that you're even now. You got to feel the same feelings, the same emotions, the same backstabbing, soul-wrenching pain that she felt. That's why she gave you that smirk. That's why she stayed gone for a week, because she wanted your ass to feel it. Oh, honey, she is a petty empress. Okay, she got your ass. So now, this is what you're going to do. You can't lose respect for her. You can't lose respect for her. If you lose respect for her, then you need to lose it for yourself, because you did the shit first. Remember, everything that she's doing is a reaction to what you did. You started this train. You did that. So you can't say nothing. You can't have no judgments. You can't do anything, sir. You just gonna have to eat crow, because you started this. You can't dish it. You can't. Okay, do you know the power went out like that? A whole place got dark and then it came right back on, and then that was that. So I had to reboot everything. Oh, it wasn't the internet this time, it was the power. It just was, it went out just like a hot second. And then that was enough to kick me off, but um, here we go. Anyway, let me get back to yelling at this young lad. Where was I? Oh yeah, so you can dish stuff out, but you can't take it. The sign of being a man is that you can handle what is going on. Okay? You cannot be judging her for doing to you what you did to her. Okay? So this is what I suggest that you do. Sit down with your wife and say, okay, I get it. I I messed up and I really, really hurt you. Baby, I am so sorry. I will never, ever, as long as I live, do any crap like that ever, even remotely like that. Um, would you consent to going to counseling with me? If she says, hell no, nigger, then you go by yourself, okay? Because there's something that that triggered you to make you think that that was okay, that you could get away with it or something. But although, as I recall, the guilt was eating you alive, so you knew it wasn't okay. But something in that moment when you should have, had that little moment where in my video, like I talk about, you know, and then what? You didn't stop to think, and then what? You just rolled with it because you just let your little PP talk to you and run your life and ruin it. So whatever that was, that moment where you just let go and fuck your wife, fuck your marriage, fuck everything whatever that was, that's what you need to figure out what that was and get control of that. Because that could also come into play for other kind of things that you make silly, spontaneous decisions about. And a mature man your age should not be doing that. That's teenage shit. Okay? So what if she doesn't want to go? Like I said, I mean, that would be ideal. Well, she might go later. I mean, if she sees that you're really serious about it and you really are going yourself, then she might decide to join you because she'll see that you're not just talking smack, you're really going to do it. So I would suggest, okay, well, if you can't, you're not going to do it, I'm going to go myself because I really want to find out, what's wrong with me and why I handle things that way and figure out, what I can do to make sure that I never do anything like that again. But, be prepared. This could be the end. It just depends on how she feels. But you better be groveling, and you don't have the right to be mad, so eat that crow. Whatever this little temper tantrum thing you throwing. Because like I said, I don't think she really did anything. I think she just wanted to punish your ass, and she chose to pay. She went and stayed with a friend that you don't know nothing about, or some family member or something, for a week and cried her eyes out, and then she came on back. That's what she did. So, okay. That's what I'm going to suggest to you. So look for a good therapist and start. Try to find a man. Question number 24, female, 22 to 26, Hyde, Greater Manchester, England. So I have been dating this guy for about 4 months. I'm 21, he is 29. I brought up conversations about being official and our worries. The biggest, if not only thing that worries us about being official is our age difference. It's not necessarily the age itself, but the different stages of life that we are in and maybe will be in later on. I told him that I've decided that for me it's a non-issue and I want to make things official. And he said he hasn't thought about it because we have been acting like we were a couple, and oh, here we go, and has been happy with me. I said I want his word and that if he has not decided that he wants me to be his girlfriend by January 1st, I'm leaving. He's the best guy I've ever been with and treats me amazingly, but I've seen so many women get stuck in these situations, and I don't want to let that happen to me. It hurts because I want to be with him and sometimes wonder if I should not put such a hard set date on things, and maybe I'm being too harsh, or maybe I'm thinking too deep. Plenty of my friends have flings that last a very long time, and they seem to be fine with it. Please give me some advice. You ain't your friends, okay? And you have more sense than your friends. Good job. This is excellent. I wish more young women would do this. Let me see again. Let me just, okay, 4 months. So by the time, okay, so we headed into December, so that would be 5 months. Oh, yeah, he knows very well if he wants you to be his woman or not. But the fact that you made it to 4 months and he hasn't staked a claim, you're probably should have told him by December 1st I'll be gone, because that's probably what's going to happen. He's just going to tie you down for another month, wasting time, and then it's not going to happen. He's going to be like, well, I don't see why we just can't, continue the way that we are. So, really, I don't know. See, I don't, well, she said her friends have flings. And if, you're not in a commitment, that is what it is, a fling. It's, a fling of 90 days or whatever it is. But, if a man really wants you, young lady, just want to say he's going to make it happen before 90 days. Yeah, right around that mark. Most of them know within like a month or two if they want to be like, a committed couple. So he already knows the answer to this question. He just, playing games, stringing you along. So I appreciate the fact that you gave him time. That's, reasonable. 5 months is way long enough time. I usually give him 3 months. I'm not trying to be wasting my time with you for no 5 or 6 months. I'm not going to do that, because you could have a second boyfriend in all this time. But, this is good. You're thinking about it. You're being very rational. You're making a decision with your head, not just your heart. And, the main thing is going to be the scary part for you is going to be following through on your word. You made a threat here. Okay, you put a boundary line in place. Follow through. What happens sometimes is, see, that's what I say, Keith said way before. I know, by then I was getting a marriage proposal by that time. I said no, but still, I mean, he knew. We was like, a couple, like after like 2 or 3 weeks. He was like, oh no, let's nail this down. I want you to be mine. I'm like, "Mm, okay, I guess. But yeah, this is not good. He's gonna be playing games. And very thing that in man speak, we've been acting like we're a couple. It doesn't matter what we've been acting like. We're not. Okay? And we've been acting like we're a couple, then that means I could just go and date other people. And I sure would be doing that too. Don't follow in the lead of your friends because your friends are stupid. And in the future, if you're dating a guy and he's not making any moves to be, to vocalize and nail it down, then continue to date other people. Okay? Because you make an assumption you only see one man at a time, so he gets to get all the benefits of you being his committed partner. Anytime he wants you, he can come over and all this old shit here. But if you see in other people, then he wouldn't have that kind of flexibility. He wouldn't be that available. That's what you need to do. So he's gotten too comfortable. That's why he can say, well, we've been acting like we're a couple. And he just felt, he didn't never feel the urgency to try to make it anything more because he was getting all the benefits of having a girlfriend without actually having one. Now, the final question of tonight, question number 25. This is a young lady in the 21 to 25 age group from Atlanta. Oh boy. Atlanta. You knew after a couple days. You knew after 2 dates. Yeah, I guess that is a couple, huh? The first date, Keith was like, oh my God, she's so fly. Then the next day he said, I want you to be mine. And luckily Nita said, okay. And the rest is history. The end. He's gonna jump through this computer and one play and choke the shit out of me. Okay, question number 25. I'm 24, and in the past, when I was 21, I had an experience with a guy obsessing over me and was very adamant they wanted to date me when I clearly stated I wasn't interested. It got so bad that I stopped all contact with him. So I met this other guy in class and I was excited that I was able to have a friend since I'm socially awkward. Then as we kept talking, he started to say he was developing feelings for me. Was he now? Annoyed, I stated that I recently got out of a relationship and have no interest in being in one for a while. So then he said, there's potential then? And I was honest and said, no, I really just want a friend. He seemed to accept that. But after that, I started noticing signs just like the last guy. And now I'm wondering if I'm going through this shit again. So this is what he has done. 1, he's bringing up how close we are getting. 2, telling me his dark past. In an early stage, we've met. I don't know what that means. 3, keeps bringing up of what if. 4, keeps saying I mean a lot to him. I don't know if I'm just being paranoid or not, but we just met, and I really don't want to go through that BS again. What do I do going forward? Okay, I'm going to tell you this is what you did. This is your mistake. Okay, this is how it is. Okay, you're 24 years old. Dudes, unless they know you from like high school or middle school or something, or the neighborhood or something, and he has other girlfriends and he's not seeing you like that, you want like a little sister. You meet a dude in college like this, he's not interested in being your friend. He wants to fuck. Okay, just let's be blunt here. He's trying to talk to you because he want to get at you. Okay, bottom line. You was all naive, talking about I just want a friend. Now, if you wanted to put up those kind of boundaries, what you were supposed to say is, I just got out of a relationship and I have no interest in being in a relationship. Period. Not for a while. Okay, so when you threw in for a while, that was the hope card that you played for him. So he's like, okay, for a while, well, how long do I have to wait? I wonder, she got to get over it. I wonder how long it's going to take her to get over it. Well, I can just be a friend in the meantime while she's getting over it. And then, then I can slide on in there when the opportunity presents itself. That's what you did, and that was a mistake that you made. When you talk to a man, your words and your actions need to match 100%. So if you don't want to be in a relationship, you tell him that I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody else. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I don't want that kind of commitment. I'm not trying to be bothered with nobody. I'm spending my time and energy on myself. The only thing is, I might have some interest in being somebody's friend, but then it doesn't really seem like that's going to really happen because guys at this age don't even know how to have female friends. They just want to always turn it into something else. So, it was very nice talking to you, but I'm out. You know, you can't go hang out with them. You can't talk to him on the phone. You can't text him. You can't study with him. You can't do anything with him because you already know now that he likes you. He likes you for more than a friend. You don't control his feelings. You only control yourself. So we're dealing with that and respecting the fact that he likes you in a way that you're not going to reciprocate. You shut it down. You don't even throw him the friendship bone. Don't do anything with him. Don't spend any time around him. Don't give him any opportunities to tie up your time or your dating opportunities because he's cock blocking because he's your quote friend. He's just there because waiting for opportunities since you threw him that bone for a while. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, to him and say, look, I told you I didn't want to be in a relationship and you've been dropping these hints like, you're still trying to press to get close to me. I don't want to get close to you. I'm not trying to get close to no dudes. Okay. I just want to be single, free, and by myself. So I'm going to shut this down. Don't call me. It was nice meeting you. This is a wrap. I don't want to do this. Okay. It seems like you're not accepting no for an answer. I said all I wanted to be was friends, but you keep telling me about stuff, these what ifs and I mean a lot to you and all this kind of stuff. That's not friend conversation. You're trying to push shit in a different direction other than what I told you I wanted to go. So I'm going to cut you off. All right? We're done here, sir. And that's it. Yeah. I know they're not looking for female friends. The only reason they have a female friend, like I said, is if it's somebody that they knew from the neighborhood. A friend of a cousin or something like that. Somebody they kind of grew up with. Something like they was my play sister. This kind of stuff. Okay, they can be friends with people like that. But they just meeting you in college when they at their peak horniness. Ain't nobody young man in that trying to have a female friend. He approached you about about getting with you. You relegated him to the friend zone, but that don't mean that's where he want to stay. Okay, so that's it. That's our show for tonight. My goodness, with some really dusty looking folks around here on the show tonight. I tell you, super dust. And then the power had to be dusty. Everything was dusty tonight. But thanks you guys for coming through. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We'll be back next Tuesday, and then we're also going to have on December 3rd the show where you get to come in and get your advice question answered right on the show, right on in real time. This is it right here. That's going to be on Friday, December 3rd. That's starting at 6 o'clock. So you bring your question. You can cash up the fee or use Super Chat, whichever one works best for you. And then ask your question, and I will sit here and answer it in real time. So you can, whatever's bugging you, you can get a response to it before the weekend. You don't have to lose sleep and agonize and have arguments and all this kind of stuff. I'll give you some direction to go right there for only $8. It's a steal. It's on my device. Normally that's like a $30, $75 kind of fee. But we'll do it for $8. It's going to be quick, down and dirty, but you'll get a good answer, okay? And other than that, you guys, like I said, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. You don't go out and eat too much. Okay, we can swap stories about the drunk uncles and the fighting couples and all the drama that's gonna be happening. Because I know I'm gonna have some of my relatives because they on the crazy side. And this should be interesting. But anyway, you guys, have fun. Check me out if you haven't already. Become a subscriber to this channel. And share a link or two. Any of our 1,000 videos. We got 1,000 videos now. Made that the other day on Sunday. So, yeah, we're doing big things here. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you all next Tuesday, if not before. Bye-bye.